All right, guys, I don't have the microphone, but we just seen the Torres Sanchez fight. And for the past week, Joe and I have been discussing Richard Torres and the fact of that he has no what?
Defense.
No defense. And I told Joe, I wasn't thinking, hey, it's going to happen right now in this fight, but get in the southpaw position, be low, spread you look like he does, so you have that rights up here, so you keep it up there.
Okay.
This is all you got, that right out. This is him. He keeps his left up, but then when he goes, here's what happens every time. Number one, he wasn't using the jab as effectively as he should have been using it. He usually is peppering somebody. But keep that out. I've got by. Now you come out with a bam. See? As simple as that. And when you have no defense, now can these things happen? Yes, they can, and they can happen from a orthodox fighter coming out with his right, just as simple. But now put back up, come out with it. Bam! This has done happened 4 or 5 times. Here's what's going on. Bam! Right? Look, and you can't see my feet, but bam! And he was glazing on these things, and sometimes he's going to the body. Torres was with the left, and I knew it. I didn't know it was going to happen this fight, but I said it's a coming. And so anyway, now it ain't going to be normal movements for you because you're not a southpaw. Hold them hands back up. Now you're coming in, move your head. Right? It shouldn't take a rocket scientist. And here's how you could do it. Tuck it up. After you've done thrown the right, now bring this back. You're coming out with this. See what's going on? Stay like that. He's like, yes, so if I come out, I got to come like that. You still may get hit or strike it and bend at the knees. See? And this was what Mike Tyson would do. You're going to bend at the knees. I'm going to. And Mike would go be down and up and going from side to side. You can even come in with your head, strike him, then put your head right here. See what's going on here? See what's going on? And I'm going to tell you something. I don't consider myself the rocket scientist of the boxing world. But if we keep going the rate we're going, some may. Because there's nothing very impressive out there, is it? You're like, Dad, you taught me this 6 months in, you know. And people don't know it today. You can't be set in one way of doing the same thing over and over again. In fights, you have to adapt. And Torres came up on somebody that wasn't really, the guy was kind of backing up from him, but he wasn't running from him. And this is exactly what I would have told anybody to do. Do it again. Because Richard Torres is like this. He's down, bent at the knees, and he's fighting like this. He's forward, he's back, he's forward, he's back. And I would have said, bam. As soon as that left comes out, which is murderous, that he's been knocking everybody out with, you just, bam, and get over there. And he did it throughout the round. And if you guys have watched this, if you go back and you watch it again, of course the knockout happens earlier in the second round, but Torres was not right when you see them separate when the bell rang to finish the first round. He went back wobbly. And you gotta tell a guy to be able to get themselves together in a corner. And he went right back out there pushing things forward. And he wasn't right then. And you can't hide that from your corner. Your corner needs to be seeing what's going on with you, see? You sat down, the fighter sits down at the corner. Oh yeah, I'm fine. And while they're sitting on that stool, they may give you the appearance of being totally okay when they're not. And you saw it. He turns and he's like this and like that with a couple of his steps before he got back in his corner. And I knew he wasn't right then. So this is a little thing. And the other thing that Joe was talking about, he was doing the pool noodles, and you just act like he's doing. And that's all he was doing was pool noodles. And Bomac probably did a wonderful job with him on the pads, because you can't take nothing away from Bomac, and he obviously had went there to do some training because they put some videos with him up there with training with Bomac. But the other thing is, he won a silver medal, I guess it was in the heavyweight division, in 2020. We're in 2026, and the guy only has 14 fights. This was his 15th. And, you gotta stay active. You can't be out here making YouTube videos and letting people see you rock climbing, and I don't know, skydiving, or what's the things where you're on the hand gliding, and having fun all the time, and making fuddy-duddy. It's good you make some YouTube money, but you're not going to be a world heavyweight champion. We've seen some guys get by with some of that mess. Ryan Garcia, big online, went from really giving hell to reflex bags and other types of training to having fun in the stupid, dumb little videos that get a lot of views. I'm going to tell you as a young boxer who to go watch if you want to get your ass knocked out. And if you want to get up to somewhere and be stuck, be online watching these boxing news channels where they sit around talking about pay-per-views and arguing about dumb shit like that. Go do that. You sit around and watch the brothers on here arguing over pay-per-views and mess like that. You ain't gonna be a good boxer. And we'll be happy to oblige to show you, because we're gonna be back in the U.S. very, very soon here now. And we ain't backing up for nobody. Joe's 180 pounds right now. And I would have put him in that ring against Torres. And y'all are like, well, this is crazy. Well, this is crazy. Maybe he would have got beat up. He's just 17 years old. But I'm going to tell you what, Torres would have known he was in for something. And Joe could have, if you had a 6-round or under fight at a decent altitude, Joe could have just stayed out of his way the whole time. Because it's nothing, there's no rocket science going on here. You just got to think about what you're doing, and you got to get your ass trained properly. And this don't win fights no more. Well, depending on who you are, you're going to get in an Olympic style or something like that. But the guy had 20 pounds on Torres, or 30 pounds on, 20 pounds, I believe. This weight differential that everybody's looking at is in the heavyweight division. That's not as important as you're being led to believe too. We have had plenty, and I mean plenty, of 180, 195 pound guys come in and beat up 220, 230 pound guys. for champions and for top 10 spots. So anyway, I just wanted to vent on that a little bit. We don't mean no disrespect to Richard Torres. We like him. I've often said that that's going to be a nemesis type, but while not really being nemesis, fight for Joe in the U.S. Not now, but a couple of 3 years from now, if Torres is even still boxing. And he should continue because he's got some greatness about him. He just, you're looking at a product of, and look, I'm more offense minded, right? I'm way offense minded. But you have got to have defense. And Torres does not have any defense. And you got to be able to move around. People look at us and how Joe's moving and stuff, and they're like, you can't do that. And I'm like, damn, you can't do it. Till you get everything honed perfectly, you may need to be moving and maximize the level. And as you hone the skills, as you are going down the road of the sport, then you can come into some more minimal movements. But and I wouldn't even advise that for anybody in the top 10 today. So as far as the next fight, hadn't watched it, didn't make a fight prediction on the Torres fight. I meant to, and I thought Torres would pull it off. I figured it would go the distance, but Torres would pull it off. So I was wrong on that. But hear me full well, and I'll eat the mud if I'm wrong. Eat the mud and crow pie. Under no planet, no circumstances is that German kickboxer going to beat Usyk. He's had one professional boxing fight that he won, and I believe that was 2 or 4 years ago. And there's just that fight it's a gimmick fight, and they shouldn't even have it. That shouldn't be a big thing. So Usyk there should have been somebody else up there for him. But we'll see what happens. But you heard me. In no planet, no scenario, no universe is that kickboxer going to beat Usyk. So anyway, wanted to just talk to you about that. It was something as simple as stepping off to the side and throwing a right hook that did it. And you could have stepped off to the side and come right in and threw the uppercut through the guard. Easy pickings. You don't even have to worry about the left hand. And I'm going to tell you something. It used to be, and under some circumstances, if you're fighting a lefty, you need to be moving to your left, getting away from the strong hand. But in somebody's case, if you're fighting a lot of these lefties, what I tell you, move towards the power punch.
Get so close to it.
Get so close that you can get an angle on it because they're going to use it. And it's just a lot of this knowledge is lost to the day. And a lot of these older trainers that are very knowledgeable, more knowledgeable than I'd ever think to be, they're not thinking clearly. They're growing with the world here, which seems to be getting less IQ'd in boxing and other things in general. So anyway, we'll see you in another video soon.